Hello and welcome to my channel, Inviting Possibilities. My name is Rochelle and I am doing a read for Cancer today. That's Cancer in all placements and it's timeless and general. So take what resonates, and if it really doesn't, feel free to check out any of my other videos. They are all timeless and all placements as well. I'm going to be getting the baseline of the story with the Enchanted Map Oracle, and then I will dive in with some other decks with some tarot. So yeah, let's just get going. Oh, and thanks to everyone for liking, subscribing, and sharing. I really appreciate it. And yeah, I do. And Linda is here. Hello. Thanks for joining. Okay, let's just dive in. We've got home number 27. That's very nice. Dragon's Lair in reverse, number 19. And Spark in reverse, 34. Okay. Grab my little book here. I'm going to go ahead and read home. This card feels, this card feels like it really represents you. Cancerians are the I'm trying to think of the right word, masters, master of the home. That's not quite the right word, but you're all about that. You're kind of the mother of the zodiac, regardless of your of your gender. There's this very nurturing quality about you, and home is typically very important to you. um Makes me think of like the hermit crab. You take wherever you're at and you make it your home, and you make it really lush and beautiful and comfortable. um we have this owl hanging out up here. You're very in tune and wise with how you set up your space. You create a place that is very inviting for others. And home can be anywhere. It doesn't have to be the place you live. You can make your home anything, or you can feel at home in a particular place, whatever that means to you. Um, yeah, there's a few things going on in this picture. I can't quite tell. There's like a little animal curled up. There's a clock. Welcome life. There's a sign that says welcome life with a little keyhole. And only you have the key, and you can choose to give it to others, or you can, you know, it's it's yours to share or not share. With that clock, for some reason I'm getting like when you're at home, it's like time stops, or you time isn't important anymore. Time is for the outer world, but when you're at home, that's your sanctuary. Who do we got here? Happy Bubble and Redbeard and Voodoo Ninja. Awesome. Thanks so much for joining, everybody. Okay, so let me look and see what the book has to say. You are comfortable in your own skin. You belong. Peace, security, safety, belonging, and all the features one would want from home are indicated now. The home card represents an invitation to experience what it's like to be secure in your own skin, to live comfortably no matter what is happening in the world around you. It is a time for opening your eyes to your tribe of like minded people or one special person who makes you feel like you've come home. Home is love, and love is all around you now. Whatever your inquiry, you are where you're meant to be and will reap great benefits by staying on this path, regardless of where it leads. Home will always be with you. It is where the heart is. And that actually went through my head as well. Home is where the heart is. So it's interesting that we had home and then Dragon's Lair showed up right next to it, because it's like it's the opposite. Dragon's Lair is someplace that is um it's a place that is, dangerous, hazardous, scary. Let's see what it is in reverse. So I'm going to hold it upright, but imagine it's reversed. Red flags shouldn't be ignored. Don't be seduced into learning a lesson that will hurt your heart. And home is where the heart is. Temptation and intrigue abound, but be careful because you can't win this particular challenge. Heed this gentle warning about wanting and longing and the fantasy of belonging to someone, something, or an identity that has no true substance or longevity. Ignore this alarm and you'll wander in circles near the edge of a dragon's lair. Choose another path, for your treasures lie elsewhere. Your treasures. So it's as if you're looking for comfort, for satisfaction, for belonging outside of yourself. And there's a very clear message here that what you are looking for you is already with you. You already have it. You're already th- there's no need to try to get something because you already have it. There's a need to step into the mode of receiving rather than chasing, and to know that what is rightfully yours will never be kept from you. And if you want something but you don't have it right now, it's either not meant for you because there's something better, or it's just not the right time. Maybe you need to spend a little more time just appreciating where you're at in your life, in yourself, spending more time being being with you, being happy with where you're at, basically. So spark, this came up recently in reverse, but I can't remember. Sometimes the fire gets doused by others who don't want you to be all that you can be. Okay. In that case, you need to move away from the water lest things get too damp. The spark card in reverse position may also indicate that you're allowing yourself to be so consumed by a thought, feeling, or situation that you're in danger of becoming completely burned out. Compulsion and impulsiveness must be tempered now. Rest by a warm fire, let things die down a bit, then you'll see if the true spark will still be there. If not, you can always light another fire at another time. So yeah, it's very much speaking to um, wanting something you can't have or that's not good for you, and needing to come back to yourself, go back to your happy place within yourself, in your physical world, um, because whatever it is that you're wanting, it's actually depleting you. It's actually taking away the spark. This is about you needing to focus on what you love. She's playing the violin, and there's the hearts, and all this the sparks are turning into the hearts. It's like doing something you love for the sake of doing it. And there's a little butterfly down there. They always represent transformation for me, metamorphosis. Um, and so with the clock here, it's like there could be a feeling of time running out, of not being able to get what you want, but it, it's not meant for you, at least not at this time. It's all about bringing it back to you. So I'm going to start with the Tarot of Mystical Moments. Okay. So, what's on your mind regarding this situation? The Magician. That's Virgo and Gemini energy. The Six of Pentacles. And the Five of Wands. You you really want to manifest something or someone into your life and create a home. We've got the hat that's like a home. You really want to create that place of comfort and joy and serenity, where there's reciprocity, there's equal give and take. You can have your little tea parties and um feel I keep getting feeling really at home, but there is conflict. There is some kind of issue. This could be internal conflict. This could be um, you trying to manipulate a situation to work in your favor because it's not currently, or it could be where if this is somebody that you're trying to get to go along with you, to to enter the home with you, to give back how much you're giving. Cancerians tend to be amazing givers, but sometimes at their own expense. And then they end up feeling depleted and can fall into a victim mentality of like, I just feel like you're using me as a pawn for your own gain. But there's a need to bring it back to yourself and realize that you can choose to not give. You can choose to pull back if that um, makes you feel better. If how do I say it? So that if you're not feeling supported, you can take that energy and turn it back around on yourself. Um, there's some kind of argument or um, bickering or just disagreeing on how things should be handled. And again, this could just be in your own mind, um, trying to figure out how you can make something work in your favor that currently is not. And there's an internal struggle. And it's because I think a part of you, Cancerians are people with Cancer in their chart tend to be very, very intuitive. And you on a certain level know that something is not right for you. And so that could be causing this internal conflict because you're not you're not at home in the world of, or the realm of trying to play games, trying to make something fit that doesn't fit. Um, so let me go with oops, the Tarot of Transcendence. Let's get more on the reality of the situation. A little more space. Ten of Cups. The Four of Pentacles. And Death. Scorpio energy. So this could be a marriage where you feel that somebody is not giving back the way you give. There is not equal give and take. They could be stingy with their resources, their time, their love. Um, it could be family, a family member, somebody who um, you feel like you want to protect. You feel like maybe I think this happens a lot where when it's family, there's this feeling of like, well, I need to be loyal to them. I can't abandon family, even if they're really, not treating you the way you deserve or the way you want. Um, or it's just some kind of situation, friend. Could even be like a boss, he's wearing the crown here. He's in this office setting. It's somebody who's being stingy and holding back. It could also be your energy where you gave a lot to a situation and it seemed really great for a while, but maybe it was really great because of how much you were giving, and then at a certain point you realized that it was depleting you and you were left with, you know, a little bit and left to just kind of try to try to hold on whatever was left, because there wasn't that equal give and take. That's what you really want. And so there's this ending. Something here is ending that you don't want to end. But the beautiful thing about it is it's bringing it back to you. You're maybe already in the process of realizing how realizing the fact that you really do need to give more to yourself, that you have a lot to give, that you just want to be comfortable in your own skin, and not feel like you're going to be attacked or have something kept from you that you feel you deserve, and if it's somebody who, keeps being the wet blanket and throwing that water on your spark, and bringing you down in some way, you're realizing it's this needs to end, or it's being forced upon you. And I think you're gonna, if you're having trouble seeing that right now, you're gonna come to a point where it becomes very clear, because very often once we get uh, some distance from a situation, from a connection, we start to see it more clearly. It's difficult. It's often very difficult to know what we're dealing with when we're in it. Like, other people can see it clearly, but it's like you can't see the forest for the trees when you're actually there. And so just stepping back, taking that space and that time, you start to realize, oh yeah, there was that thing. Oh yeah, that. And so there's a transformation. Again, we have the butterfly and the sun and the god rays shining through. It's like, oh, okay, there's something better. Maybe this was an illusion, or maybe it was just meant to be temporary. So go with my guardian tarot, my creepy tree friends. I'm curious what's hidden. This can be what's going on somebody else's end, or even what's happening with you subconsciously. Knight of Swords, Nine of Swords, Page of Swords. Wow. Knight, Nine, and Page, all swords. This is something that this could really have you up in your head. Swords represent thoughts, communication, kind of mental activity, head over heart, kind of thinking and decision making. Um, so this could be where something is ending, and maybe one of the reasons that it's difficult to let go is because the other person is making it difficult. um Typically endings are not so comfortable for humans. um it's not always an easy thing to release something, even if you know that you need to. And so it could be where this person is thinking about or deciding to come very quickly towards you. The Knight of Swords is a very quick energy. Maybe it's a communication that's causing some serious anxiety, sleepless nights. Um, because there's something really sinister lurking that has to do with it could be how this person is. Let's see, this is what's hidden from you. So this person can be having kind of a I want to say like a come to Jesus moment, because they're experiencing some major uh anxiety from this ending, and they could be spying on you to see what you're up to, because they're not wanting to let this go. If you've been this amazing, if you've been giving of yourself, and your time, your resources, your love, all the things, and suddenly you take that away, um that can be very difficult for someone to, because they end up feeling depleted. They don't know how to do those things for themselves. um This person could be asking people about you, what you're doing, the best way to come come back, get back in your good graces. But this can also be where you're at, where you're not fully aware of your desire to hang on to something that isn't good for you. You may not realize how how much this has actually weighed on you and hurt you. You like, it could be the kind of thing where you, by not being able to give anymore, that also causes you some serious um difficulties, because that's what you're used to. And really, it's like I've been saying, you're used to giving your energy away, and now it's time to bring it back. But in that kind of limbo transition place, which, death leads to rebirth, but there's that in between time where you're just struggling with your all of your anxieties, your thoughts, your inability to really process things, to bring your heart into the situation, because there's just a feeling of loss and depletion. And you could be doing some kind of spying or thinking about this person, or asking people about them. But it's really it's necessary to let this go, regardless of what's happening here, whether this is on your end or theirs, or maybe it's a combination of both. um, but the pages speak to a new beginning, trying to start in a new direction, start a new path or something, and learn from the challenges, the mistakes, learn learn to think in a new way. It's Yeah, it's the energy is very, can't think of the word. Um ooh, um it's all over the place. Like, if this is a breakup, that's so common. We just we're used to having things be a certain way, and now they're not that way anymore. And even if we sort of logically know that it's better this way, it's still really hard to adjust, or it can be. Hey, Myra, am I saying that right? Myra, thank you for joining. So let's get the potential outcome here. I'm going to use my Oracle Tarot. Judgment, putting the past to rest. This is Scorpio energy, also Libra. Decadence and indulgence, the Seven of Cups. And bondage, issues of control and freedom. Putting the past to rest, climbing that staircase, moving up into the light, putting the past to rest, right? And it's a part of that is looking at the past, learning from the past, understanding where you might have made choices that tripped you up or held you back, and realizing how you may be able to make new choices for yourself that are going to elevate you. um there is a either you or your person could be going through a period of time of indulging, of this can be one of the things that happens during the grieving process, is just kind of getting a little too, I shouldn't say a little too, like, you just feel like you need to check out, or you just want to go and have fun. You feel like you just need to, like, forget everything for a while and just go crazy and be a little hedonistic. And um this could be a part of this spying energy. If you're like posting stuff online, this person is seeing you like having a good time. But it's very, it's a come on, brain. It's kind of a surface thing. Like, it's all very um immediate. It's kind of the immediate gratification thing, but it doesn't last, and you end up feeling crappy the next day. And so then you need a little hair of the dog, and it's like you keep the cycle going, and it seems fun, but then it's like, I don't know, is it? Um, but sometimes you just have to go through that stage and then realize that that kind of behavior keeps you tied down, keeps you from being able to fly free, it keeps you in bondage. This could also be where putting the past to rest has something to do with this kind of lifestyle, this kind of behavior, maybe with somebody where it seemed like it was really fun, you're going out and having a good time, but at the end of the day, there wasn't really substance there. There wasn't anything you can uh lost for words, that you can just like settle into and feel at home with. And so there's this basically this need to set yourself free, to cut those ties, maybe do some cord cutting, um, and to be really gentle with yourself. Know that wanting something that is not good for you is very natural and normal. and it just speaks to a need to focus more on yourself, love yourself more, um, work on getting more comfortable in your own skin. Know and learn to know that you deserve to have that equal give and take, that reciprocity, that have somebody meet you halfway, because you are a giver, and that's just who you are at your core, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's just finding somebody who can meet you in that energy. So I'm going to leave it there. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful rest of wonderful, can't even say it, rest of your day wherever you are in the world, and I will see you on the next video. Mwah. And thanks again so much for liking, subscribing, and sharing.